Good Sunday morning. I'm Tametria Conner. Thanks for joining us for this Sunday special edition of Today in Alabama. We have breaking news out of Montgomery. Police tell us 3 people have died this morning and 1 person is listed in critical condition after this terrible accident that you see here. It happened on Interstate 85 south at the Mulberry Street exit around 5 this morning. Police believe the vehicles involved collided. The drivers and passengers were pronounced dead on the scene, and as you see, traffic has been backed up for a while now. We will have much more on this developing story on WSFA 12 News at 5. Now to what many call the game of the year, the showdown in T-Town won by the LSU Bengal Tigers. Many waited up late as the game went into overtime to see which team would come up on top. Sports Director Jeff Shear covered the showdown in T-Town and has the highlights. Well, the sun was shining this morning, but it was a little chilly. Meteorologist Eric Snidel is tracking your morning forecast. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, Tametria.
Well, Saturday marked the 2nd anniversary of the deadly shooting spree at Fort Hood, Texas. An Army psychiatrist allegedly attacked a group of soldiers getting ready for deployment. 13 people were killed, but 32 others survived. One of them is from Eclectic in Elmore County. WSFA 12 News reporter Bethany Wells remembers those victims. For information on how you can help the 32 Still Standing Foundation, check out our community page on WSFA.com. Well, in Houston County, many people remembered a fallen Marine. Lance Corporal Jason Barfield of Ashford was killed last week in Afghanistan. Yesterday, a special memorial service was held in his honor at Ashford High School. In Tallapoosa County, a drug investigation has now come to an end. The Narcotics Task Force in Alexander City arrested and charged 29-year-old Semriquez Hoyt and 19-year-old Cabarrus Hoyt with drug-related charges. Semriquez was charged with 5 counts of distributing controlled substance, and Cabarrus was with possession of marijuana. More than $11,000 was seized in the bust. Both were transported to the Tallapoosa County Jail. Now to a developing story out of Anniston. A hearing is set in the case of an Anniston city councilman convicted of assaulting the city's mayor. The Anniston Star reports that John Spain will appear before a judge on November 15th for an arraignment. Last month, Spain was found guilty of 3rd-degree assault and was ordered to pay a fine and court costs. He was also given a suspended jail sentence of 188 days. Spain appealed that ruling. Well, chilly temps, sunshine, will it last throughout the week? Meteorologist Eric Snidel has your complete forecast coming up, and the battle against the new immigration law continues. We'll have the latest regarding immigration and schools as Today in Alabama Sunday Special Edition continues right after this.
More like November, Tametria.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Eric. Well, Alabama's Attorney General is holding his ground before handing over information about student enrollment to the Department of Justice. Attorney General Luther Strange says the U.S. Department of Justice has not shown any legal authority to require the state to turn over information about the student enrollment and withdrawals. The Justice Department received complaints since the law took effect and is investigating potential civil rights violations. Strange says he will defend the law against the Justice Department's challenge. Well, 3 Southern senators are teaming up to try to stop the Justice Department's lawsuits against Alabama, Arizona, and South Carolina's immigration laws. Jeff Sessions, Jim DeMint, and David Vitter plan to introduce a bill that would prevent federal agencies from participating in lawsuits over the state's immigration law. Sessions says the Justice Department has failed to enforce federal immigration laws, so it should stop going after states that are trying to make sure those laws are enforced. Wall Street protests are happening all across the country. Now protesters have made it to Montgomery. We'll have that story coming up. Plus, later in our newscast, many of you are still talking about last night's big game Today in Alabama. Sunday Special Edition continues right after this. You're looking at a live picture of Interstate 85, and traffic actually just started moving. This morning there was a fatal accident. 3 people were killed. 1 person is listed in critical condition, and traffic had been backed up for several hours. So now as you're headed to church and work, you should be in pretty good shape with arriving on time. Well, the national Make Wall Street Pay protest made it to Montgomery. Yesterday, protesters rallied outside of the Wells Fargo branch on the East Boulevard. MoveOn.org organized the protest.
We're here to raise consciousness about the terrible injustices, economic and financial, in the country today, particularly those associated with Wall Street.
More than 200 of these protests are happening across the country outside such banks as Chase and Bank of America. The number 1 and 2 teams of the SEC duked it out last night. More on that game, plus all your SEC action. And the Trojans fall in defeat versus the Navy. That's next in sports with Derek Steyer. Eric is here with a final check of weather.
Hi, Tametria. Yeah, we've got that ISS space station flying over the sea. Did you see the last one?
I didn't. I'm looking forward to it this
is going to be nice. This is going to be another good chance to see it. I think 5:27, you're going to want to look up. It's not going to be completely clear out there, but partly cloudy skies, so decent viewing for this thing tonight. So definitely a cool thing. If you didn't see the last one, this is your next best shot of seeing it. After that, next rain chances arrive for Wednesday with a few scattered thunderstorms, too.
Thank you so much. Well, that's it for this Sunday special edition of WSFA 12 News. Have a good day.